Hi. Hi. Hello. Red is live. I'm going to do my subscribers only thing. Let's see. How is everybody doing? I got a notification that Red-Headed Riding Hood is live. No, somebody else is other people. Huh? I hope everybody's good. I'm good. I'm going to share out my live. I have shrimp and asparagus, which I already made. There's more snow, you guys, more snow. Lots and lots of snow. I'm going to light the candle and then I'll show you the snow. Now let me see. What am I doing? It's hitting the wrong button. Okay. I'm putting it on subscribers only for an hour. If you want to wait an hour, if you're not subscribed, I usually go 2 hours. Sorry about that, but it just slows down the trolls. So if you want to subscribe and then if you want to subscribe and then troll me in an hour, I'll block you. But if you want to subscribe and then chat in an hour, sorry about that, but it's just a thing I feel is necessary. And it's interesting, y'all. I'm so glad I started speaking out on this and being more informed. Because ignoring stuff and burying my head in the sand was not good. It's not in my nature either. I'm kind of like an outspoken person, and like since I wasn't keeping track of the news and everything, I didn't even know. I didn't speak out because I didn't know what I was talking about. But I'm kind of a person that likes to speak out on things. And I was a Republican for 20 years, and I was in the Southern Baptist Church for 25 years in Georgia. And I have 5 grown children, and I homeschooled for 9 years. And yeah, I went to little local rallies and stuff. I met Bob Dole. I met Dan Quayle. Yeah, all of that. But anyways, Red's followers are called Flames, and I have my pumpkin candle. And I'm going to light the candle because Red's followers are flames. And still going to let my light shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This is my mom's owl. She was a graduate of Florida Atlantic University with Fighting Owls. Before that, she liked owls, and she had those big glasses in the 70s that, looked like an owl. Anyways, I love owls. I have a cookie jar too. Let's see what I got. There's my cookie jar. And let me show you the snow. Let me show you the snow. Rewatching. Thank you for being here. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to put my slippers on. These are my slippers my son gave me for Christmas when I first came here. My son and I are both going to Philly for Christmas. We're going to meet in Philly for Christmas. So I hope that's going to be a thing. I like spending Christmas with my grandbabies. It's fun. Look at all that snow. There's more on my little mountain on my table. Yes. I will probably pull the table under the overhang later, but right now it has the jack-o'-lantern on it. That big pile of snow. It has a jack-o'-lantern on it, and it's covered in snow. Hi. Yes, it's snow. I'm in Denver. It's been snowing since Election Day. I initially had hoped it was a good sign. I love snow, but now I'm saying it's going to be always winter, never Christmas. You haven't seen snow in more than 10 years. Oh, where are you at? Are you in Florida? See, I love snow because I'm from the South, y'all. Which I mean, I'm from Southern California, South Florida, Middle Georgia. So I'm from the South, y'all. So I love snow. I have a lot. Oh, you're in Scottsdale, Arizona. It snows there sometimes, doesn't it? I thought it snowed there sometimes. My brother lived near there. My brother Paul. I always have new poetry. I just don't have a new poetry book out yet, but hopefully I'll get to that. I have a ton of poetry. This is my old book though, and I read from my next book, which is called Red, and Scottsdale's north of Temple, ASU. Yeah, I know where Scottsdale is. Yeah, my brother lived there. You know where Clarksdale is? It's right by there, isn't it? Yeah, I thought it snowed there sometimes. My niece was in Flagstaff. She went to Northern Arizona University. But it's right. It's not far from Sedona. So my parents love to go to Sedona every year. They got a timeshare there, and they'd go and visit my brother. And my mom got this cross there at the chapel. What's it called? The church on the hill, or I don't know what it's called exactly. It's a beautiful church in the side of the hill. It's kind of like Red Rocks, and then there's a big church there, Sedona. But I thought it snowed there because I used to watch. She kind of inspired me to get into vlogging. Brittany Louise Taylor. I used to watch Brittany Louise Taylor, and I thought that there was snow there. You're next to Phoenix, okay? Because Flagstaff, there's so much snow there. went through Flagstaff on the way to Quartzsite in 2023, and oh, there was a ton of snow, more snow than here, because Flagstaff's a higher elevation than Denver, so it's insane. So that's why there's more snow there. Let me play a little ditty on my flute. Okay, I get that. How old is your daughter? Um, yeah, I definitely get that because I have 5 kids. That's what I did for 30 years. So, yeah. Thanks for popping in. Thanks so much. It's nice to have like-minded people. I've still had, and I'm just like, okay, like your candidate won. Like, why do you feel the need to come over here? And like, not all of them are gloating. I had one person on Facebook that I knew from high school, like never talked to her, just was friends with her because I was friends with her in high school. Never really talked to her on Facebook. I don't know, maybe once. And she came over to my Facebook to gloat, but they're not here like on my page to gloat. I don't know, but they're coming over here, and I'm just like, leave me alone. Your candidate won. Like, you're not, like, I don't want to, thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah. A lot of people watch the replay. Honestly, I don't always have a bunch, while I'm live, although I feel like it's fun, and, I don't like it if there's nobody here, like, and that usually doesn't happen. I usually will have at least, 3 or 4 people, or people pop in. But, I usually have, like, when I don't really look at these stats too much, but I don't think it's like 20, if it's even that many, while I'm live. But I get most of my views after on the replay. So thanks y'all though for that. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm thinking I could possibly be monetized before the end of the year. I can remember one year, it was the year of the bully, of the YouTube bullies, 2021. And I was at 500, and it was different then. You didn't even have a community tab. I love to post stuff on my community tab. If you look at my community tab, you'll see that. I used to love to post stuff on Facebook, and then I got a little less active on Facebook. I have a Facebook poem in here. I should read it to y'all. So yeah, I love to post stuff on my community tab. I didn't even have a community tab. I had almost 4,000 views on my page, which is the amount you need to get monetized and get ads. Now I'm having trouble even getting, because you have to get that watch time within a year, right? Now they changed it. You can get super chats and whatever members at 3,000 watch time and 500 subscribers. And now I'm to 1,000. But then I was almost to 500. I didn't have a community tab. I wanted a community tab. It was Christmas, and I prayed, and I was so discouraged because of the YouTube bullies. And I was just having to leave and not even hang around their other people in that community, their channels, because these bullies would follow me around from live to live, and and irritate me. So I'd say stuff and and open my big mouth and get in trouble, like um uh um I was just so traumatized, and I was so full of anxiety, and I had just come back to God and started like my spiritual practices, which are really so important to me. And I realized that at that time I was stagnating. Um I was deteriorate. I mean, I was better, but then I really wasn't, because I was angry at God, and I had um, just been mad and running away from Him. But God is so gracious, and I felt like He just came after me. It was like I was swallowed by the whale. I say this a lot. And I got involved with people that I was like a goody, two shoes. Um, don't smoke, don't drink. I got married, and that kept me out of trouble. I never sowed my wild oats. I started dating my husband at 17. I married him at 19. That was when we lived in Florida. But so anyways, and the thing I said about I didn't vote in 2016, and the only for a presidential candidate, this was only the second time I voted for a Democrat. But I remembered, it was interesting. I remembered that I voted for a Democrat before that, because I found out that this man he was a sexual predator in Warner Robins, Georgia, was running for city council, and I wanted to vote against him so he wouldn't get elected, but he got elected anyways. And it was funny. I had this weird dream on the eve of the election, and that dream, it was really odd. It was where rock star invited me to California to help him move a couch. And I was like, what? And I went to California to help him move a couch. And then he made a pass at me, and I was just horrified, because it was someone I respected, and they were married. And it was just really bizarre. I have really bizarre dreams. But later, when I woke up, I didn't know, and it made me remember this guy that I thought was a really cool guy and a Christian guy, and he was teaching at Celebrate Recovery, and he's part of the reason why I got kicked out of the Celebrate Recovery at my church. But he had been kicked out of my church for sexual misconduct. And they swept it under the carpet. They hush. His wife was staying with him, so they didn't say anything. They let him go down the street and start another Celebrate Recovery. He was head of the Celebrate Recovery at the big church, and I was going to this one because I had a conflict with the lady at my big church, right? And I was like, she doesn't like me, and so I'll work at this Celebrate Recovery. And I had no idea what this man did. Then the plot thickens. Then I was going to both the Celebrate Recoveries, but I was trying to help out at this Celebrate Recovery, and it was a really small church. And then meanwhile, back on the ranch, I'm singing in choir, because the first time I left the Celebrate Recovery, I was just like, this is ridiculous. This is not going to work. And I just left, and I shouldn't have gone back. I should not have gone back. I'm still not going back, y'all. I'm still not going back. I've learned my lesson finally. I think I've learned my lesson finally, the hard way. But I went back, but I wasn't involved in trying to help or anything. And that was at the big church. So I'm going to these 2 CRs. This was in 2013, yeah. 2013, 2014. So then this man who ended up, I found out, I had connections. It's like, I could stay in this little town. I could run for city council, you know? I've been in this town, like I knew everybody. I knew the mayor. I knew the police chief. They all went to my church, you know? I knew the mayor. I knew the police chief. You know, and this guy knew all those guys too from the church also. So all these, you know, people in the church were involved in the city politics and all this. So yeah, I knew the mayor. I knew the police chief. But then we got a new police chief. I didn't know him. But anyways, so anyways, it's not a very big town, Air Force town in Georgia. So then the plot thickens. I'm in this small group of women with this pastor's wife. And he comes in to listen to the women. And this is like a big, big no. If you're in recovery, you know this. And I didn't catch on to it right away. I'm like, oh, his wife's here, so it's okay. But we were talking about things. Yeah. Just let me tell you, it was not good. And then, so when I was talking to somebody at, the big church and the big Celebrate Recovery, and someone told me what was happening, what was going on. I think a couple of people too. And meanwhile, I was in the choir, and get this. So the pastor that does sexual misconduct, it's hush, hush, shh, don't say anything. Then our choir director, it was a couple. Really, the wife led it. The wife did everything, but I don't know. But the man, you know, they have to have the man. The man is he probably got paid more than her too, and she did everything. She really led the choir and everything. So this guy that leads the choir gets caught with pot or something, and he might have been selling it. I don't know, something like that. Well, guess what? Now the pastor announces it to the whole church. I mean, shame, like, oh my goodness. And I knew this feisty redhead lady. I love this lady, Frances. I had like a couple of old lady friends named Frances. And Frances was, one of those old, Jesus loving grandmas, like really, she was awesome. And she was so mad. She was like, how dare he, do that to him in front of the whole congregation. And that should have never been done. And I was like, yeah. And what about Charlie? And she's like, yeah, he cheated on his wife and she forgives him. And I'm like, yeah, well, why didn't they say anything about, why didn't they warn me about Charlie? Because I end up in this, and I, and I didn't realize it. And I was talking about something that happened with my husband and I, before we were married, and my dad catching it. And oh my gosh, he was like, so tell me more, but and I was just like, and it wasn't until later that I was like, oh my gosh, that was like so messed up. So anyways, that was the first time, I believe the first time I voted for Democrat, because I was trying to, and I think that was the first time I ever voted in a city election too. I don't think I had ever, although I might have, because I had friends in the homeschooling. I just knew so many people in that town from homeschooling and stuff, and the churches, and at this church and that. I knew everybody at like every church. Then there were all these churches in the town. I had Pentecostal friends, Baptist friends, Catholic friends. I knew a lot of people in that town. And so that was the first time. It might not have been the first time, because like this weird dream, this bizarre dream made me think of that. And um and in the result of the dream was I said I did the right thing because um I wanted to help out with this cause. And so that was it. I've been I don't think I have ever before canvassed. I don't remember, but I would put the signs up in my yard and stuff like that, and I would go to little rallies with my kids. But I had little kids, and so I didn't do a lot, and I wasn't that informed, and I didn't know um, that. But I've been talking a lot lately about my father pulling my Bush sticker off my van. Well, I didn't know about the things that Bush did and why people didn't. I didn't watch the news or anything. I didn't watch. I really didn't have time. And that I think is why too my ex-husband voted for Ross Perot. And so that was interesting. But anyways, that's my story. And this weird dream I had just made me be like, what did that all mean? Because I really believe that mostly your dreams mean something. And so what it meant is, it was a good cause, but my person lost. The person I don't want in is going to win. It reminded me of him and later on I was like, oh. Yeah, you tried to, but honestly, I really do love, and I still have still have my sign up, and I do feel like Kamala was well qualified, qualified, but I was also just trying to vote, and that time I didn't. It was like a last minute thing, and I was trying to find out things about the candidate, but I mostly just voted because I could, because I'm like, hey, I'm in the city limits. Hey, I can vote against this guy. Hey. And so I did, and I really didn't know a lot about the candidate, but I was just like, no, I'm gonna. And so when I realized what I dreamed, and then that Donald Trump won, I was like, that's why I had that dream. Because I went to this work of doing this, but it didn't work out, sadly. But I'm feeling like his followers in MAGA, they need to learn. They need to learn a lesson, and sadly, we're all going to be along for the ride. But yeah, I'm going to read you. Let me read you my Facebook one. Facebook. So anyways, back into 2021. Hey, Glenn. Yeah, lots of snow. Lots of snow. Oh. And I texted Albert. He's my extra son. For those of you that don't know, I moved here to Denver to be near my younger son. He was here for a year, and him and his best friend from grammar school had moved here in like 2019, around 2019. My younger son had graduated from the University of Georgia in 2018. So they moved here around 2019. And so I moved here to be near them. And but a year after, and I was just getting the job at the pool where I swim, my son went to Bend, Oregon to live near his cousin, my niece, because he didn't like his job here. He wasn't finding another job, and he broke up with his girlfriend. So she was like, and she doesn't have any like family near her. So, and she doesn't really like LA. She used to live in Flagstaff, Arizona, actually, because she went to Northern Arizona University, and she's a doggy groomer, and her birthday's tomorrow. So I'm going to contact her, but I texted Albert, who's my extra son, and said, I need a hug from one of my children. Can you come over Sunday? And he said yes. He said yes. And I said, okay. I was at the store. And when I thought of it, I was at the store like going, because y'all, I'm in a red county. I'm in a blue state, thankfully, but I'm in a red county. So I was like at the store, like I saw a MAGA bumper sticker in the parking lot. So yeah, I went to the store, and so I said to Albert, what do you want? Do you want lasagna? I got stuff for lasagna and stuff for pot roast. And he said lasagna. So I'm going to make Albert lasagna on Sunday and see him. And my friend from Coda invited me for Thanksgiving. So I already talked to Albert about Thanksgiving. I'm like, I still want to cook you Thanksgiving, but my friend invited me to her house. So do you want to do it on like Friday or Saturday or Sunday? And he said, Sunday's good. So I'm going to go to my friends for Thanksgiving, which I'm excited about. And going to cook Thanksgiving for Albert on Sunday. So I'm excited about that. Here's my Facebook poem from the 7-Story Tree. If anybody wants this, I still need to send for more books. You can PayPal, Venmo me, Cash App. I'm Redheaded Writing Hood, writing with a W on all of those things. And you can send me any amount, but at least $5 would be good, because it's that much to send it in the United States. If you're outside the United States, probably $16, $20 at least. Or any gift you want to give me, I'll accept. I'm not making any money on here. And I'm going to read you this poem, and then I'm going to finish the story because I didn't finish it yet because I'm chasing rabbits here, about 2021 and the community tab and getting to 500 and how I prayed. And so I'm thinking I could possibly get monetized this year still. So that would be kind of good. Facebook. It was August 2014. I felt so fed up with some of my friends telling me what I should do that I fasted from Facebook for a whole month. That was a lot for me. And then I sort of stepped back a lot from Facebook. And then I got a lot more Facebook friends when I was involved in the van life YouTube community. I got a bunch, and that's how I got to 1,000. And I don't even know when I got to 1,000 on Facebook, but I did. And it was somewhere around that time, like 2021, I think 2020, 2021. So Facebook, stalking stalkers, blocking blockers, hooking hookups, gossiping gossips, Facebook flirting, issue skirting, judgmental judges holding grudges. Hey, I think I know just what to do. I will simply unfriend you. Sexy photos, dirty laundry, venting anger, diving for danger, gaming gamers, lion tamers, cliff hanging, gang banging. There are oh so many reasons why, too many to reply. So to Facebook, I say goodbye. But it was temporary. It was temporary. Now, speaking of which, I need to share I want to share, because I'm not going live on Facebook this time. I did that a little bit, but for the most part, I'm not doing that. Let me see something. So anyways, I had these MAGA people leaving long comments with with no proof, calling Kamala Marxist, and I'm like, what? What are you doing? Like, I feel like saying I responded kindly, and it's still up if you want to see it, but I felt like saying, like, what are you doing here? Like, go away. Your candidate won. Leave me alone. You're not going to get me to go to your side, especially now. Get lost. They don't have any receipts. They don't have any receipts. And again, this is the third time Amaga said this to me. She told those people that were saying Jesus is Lord they were at the wrong rally. Now tell me, why in the world would somebody be saying Jesus is Lord? It's not church. Why would somebody be saying Jesus is Lord at her rally? That's not what they were saying. They didn't show me a video. None of them have. They just say this baloney, and I'm like, you're wrong. And what is your proof that she's a Marxist? You have zero proof that she's a Marxist. And I'm just like, go away, goodbye. I left a very long comment back, but I'm just like, no, like, just leave me alone. They're not the demographic I'm trying to reach, it's still like people. I'm open, I'm leaving lots of and I'll put that in I'll put it in the link right now. There's a group, there's a place for y'all. If you're in the mega cult, if you become disillusioned with Trump and his minions, there's a place for you. They watch too much Fox News. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I can have this stream go over there. I don't know if it's like your Facebook page, personal page. I don't know if you can, but I have a Redheaded Writing Hood, writing with a W, page. And so it goes live there. And StreamYard, I'm on StreamYard, and it goes it will go right to it from here and go to YouTube also. So that's what that does. So what was I going to do? Oh, okay. I know what I was going to do. I was about to put my live link right into my chat. That would be weird, wouldn't it? If you want to go to my live when you're at my live, no. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm going to do it this way. See how that goes. All the time I have these, well, not all the time, but every few months probably, I have these promoters contacting me and saying, like, your SEO, I have to look into that, what that means. We can fix your SEO, you can get more views, blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, bye. And I usually block them, like, go away. They come to me on Facebook, and they come to me, and they'll take pictures like of my channel too, and like, see this and this numbers, and you need to do this. And I'm just like, okay, I'll do that myself. I don't need you. Okay. I need to be on a budget. I'm not. Lindy would say to me, you're on a budget, Red. And I'm like, no, you mean Red needs to be on a budget. But yeah, I need to be on a budget. But no, I don't need to afford. I can't afford that. I need to figure it out myself. But anyways, back to 2021 when I was fed up. I was kind of fed up, but you guys, I had almost 4,000 watch hours, and then I got all these watch hours because they do this live stream. It was a live stream to bash me. And all these people came over. Let me see what's so evil about this person. Let me watch her channel. I had like 17,000 views. Like, it's good right now, you guys. I have like in the last 28 days, like 11,000, 12,000 views. So that's pretty good too. So back in 2021, I had like 17,000 views in a month. But I was not going live as much. I was, you can watch my farewell live. I'll drop it in the chat. But that's my most viewed live, when I said I wasn't sure I was going to go live at all anymore. And I used to go live every week, and I started going live once a month after that. I did my farewell live in December, trying to decide. They wanted me to keep going live every week when I took a vote at my live, but I didn't want to. I was just exhausted from it all. But I was almost at 500, and I wanted that community tab where I can share all the stuff like I do now. Like I share all the political stuff now on my community tab, and all the little Instagrams and all the little, just all the links, I share all the links, and I can share pictures. It's kind of like Facebook. I wanted the community tab. I couldn't even do that. And when the bully first attacked me, he attacked me on his community tab. He said, "I blocked Red. Get over it." And I'm just like, what the heck? And then I did a little live in answer to that. And he said, I said his name, and I didn't say his name. And then after that, I should have said his name, but he kind of, people have successfully silenced me, is what I've realized. And like even the publishers that ripped me off, because they filed a suit against me for $1 million. They scared me into being silent. And I'm like, I need, no. And that's why I decided to put on because I feel like this election was a lot to do with fear. People were scared of he successfully made everybody afraid of. This is faith over fear. I just got this at the Dollar General or something like that. I think it was Dollar General in St. Louis or East St. Louis. We live right up the street. Gladys lived right up the street from the bad part of St. Louis, East St. Louis. But we were in Belleville, Illinois. So it wasn't that bad. But I think like the Dollar General might have been in East St. I think across the street from the Dollar General was East St. Louis. I don't know. But yeah. It's where my boyfriend in St. Louis was from. Anyways, that's a whole nother story. Oh, you guys, mistakes I've made. But anyways, so I prayed in 2021 because I just came back to God in October. And like I said, I'm a little lost sheep. He left 99, left them all behind to find me. I was a mess anyways, but I was just a big mess without God. Big mess. Oh, and I gained, well, I didn't gain it all in that time, but I had gained 30 pounds. And then when I left, since I left St. Louis and it took me like 3 years to lose 30 pounds, but I left Georgia in 2020. And then in 2023, I'd go up and down. But I'd finally lost 30 pounds by 2023. I'd like to lose weight a little bit I'd like to lose 30 more and a little faster. But if I have to lose it slow again, I'll lose it slow again. Can't rush myself. So I prayed. I was praying more again. I never really stopped praying. My oldest son would keep me praying. if I ever wanted to stop praying, I was like, no, I got to keep praying because I have to keep praying for him. I can't, no, I can't. I have to keep praying, at least for him. And but I said I was agnostic in that time. And so came back to God, was at a Need to Breathe concert. And so I prayed that I would get to 500 and get my community tab on Christmas. Well, guess what? Carol, Glorious Life on Wheels, would go live every Saturday, and Christmas happened to fall on a Saturday. She went live, and she invited me to come up, and I said one poem, maybe two poems. I said a poem on her live, and I got to 500 right on Christmas. And then by New Year's, I had my community tab. So that was cool, and so my whole channel has always been about prayer, and I didn't even do that. It was just like God did that. Even the bad thing about like the second videos, the bully and his ex-girlfriend did on me was because I joked about praying, not for her, but for him. I joked about it. It was not funny, not a good joke. I should not have said it, but it was a joke. I said, I'm supposed to pray for my enemies. Yeah, I'll pray for them to die. Bad joke, y'all. But that's how upset I was. Nobody asked like, oh, why is she so upset? Nobody cared. Nobody cared that they were following me around from like, some people noticed it, but nobody stood up for me. I was just like, even like my friends, like, well, my quote unquote friends, and all these friends in the van life community are conservatives too. And it's just like, why am I continuing to latch on and make friends with these people that I really have nothing in common with anymore? It was like, I'm leaving, but I'm not leaving. And then hanging around people who drink. And I didn't do that before. And, starting to drink myself. I'm like, what is with these people getting drunk on live streams and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know it, there's Red. Oh, I got on this YouTuber's live because I followed him to the Alabama Hills, and I'm drunk. And I'm just like, what is happening to me here? And he really screwed me over. And, he led me on, and he just was using me to get views on his channel. So, yeah. I've been through a lot. I've learned a lot of lessons the hard way, y'all. I have. Let me read you another strange stream. I got him to take it down. But he made it. I think he made it unlisted. So, but I said that when we just sort of got into a feud, and it wasn't him that did the videos about me, but he got a friend to do the video. It was a friend of his. And now all these people, like, they don't even go live anymore, and they all got monetized. And this guy got monetized. The first guy got monetized because of me, with help from me, because I was on his channel a lot, and he was using me. And then, especially when I met them in the Alabama Hills and I was on his live stream. But then I said, when I got mad, when he sang the song to me, and and then deleted the live stream, and I had thought, oh, maybe he does like me. Because I kept on thinking, well, maybe he does like me, because he would act like it, but just to get me on his YouTube and stuff like that, and just for his YouTube to grow. And so, and I I didn't think that, I don't know. So I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think I didn't I didn't think people wanted to see me, but anyways. But I've always had, this is interesting, a little bit more. Sometimes it's been like up to 60-70%, because YouTube will tell you what percentage of your viewers are male or female. And it's about even, like right now, I think it's usually about even, but it's always usually a little bit more men. And so yeah, we got into this feud, and I said, if we were on this live stream, and I should have not even gone on it. I should not have done that either. So I was making things worse for myself. And that was when he really came after me too. And I said, they didn't ask my permission to be on that live stream. And so I got him to take it down. And he made it unlisted. But yeah. But his channel is like dying. And he had like a really good channel. He got monetized, but now these people, you don't make that if you don't keep working on it, and you don't keep growing your YouTube, you don't make that much money. I doubt. And like, he has members because he's monetized. I'm not monetized, but I'm getting a lot more views right now than him. So he's probably making a little bit of something, I don't know. Probably not making even $100 a month though, because he has under 1,000 views, and he didn't even start going back live. I go over from time to time and look, and like all of these people, the bullies, even some of the big channels, the bigger channel, they don't go live as often anymore. So it was fun. It was a fun stream. It really was. It was a fun stream. We were in the Alabama Hills, and we were in his friend's RV, and eating pizza and getting drunk, and I was flirting with him, and he was being rude to me. And it was I was the star of it. Honestly, I was the star of that live stream. But I got him to take it down. But anyways, the whole group is disbanded now, and I'm just like, what happened, y'all? That's why when I decided at last Thanksgiving last year to finally get the bully's ex to take down, because the main bully that did the live stream and then the second video did 2 videos about me, he had taken down his videos. He took down the second one like right after he did it. And I think one of my quote unquote friends who unmoderated me, who I was upset at, did get him to take down the second one. And then eventually he took down the first one, and I hadn't even said anything, but I was keeping track of it. Most YouTube people I know say live streams are for donations. Videos get more views and new subs. I don't know. Live streams are good for building a community. And so that's what I feel like Carol's done on her channel on Glorious Life on Wheels. And I was really thankful because the bully came in, followed me. They would follow me to Carol's too. They would follow me to every live stream I went to, especially van life. It was van life, and it was travel channels that was all in our community. So mostly. And oh, I was going to a crochet, creatively crocheted creations. It's a good channel. With Dana, and they followed me there. They would follow me around and harass me. I couldn't even like be on YouTube anymore. So they also followed me to Carol's, and he said, "What if someone, and he's trying to say it without, he's trying to call me out. He was trying to get her to unmoderate me also, and I was a moderator. And one friend I was a moderator for, he was still being friends with him, and he came in and he said something. He was trying to say something to irritate me, and then it was like one of those things where it's like it could be to irritate you, or it could be just like you're just touchy. And so I actually did block him, but I didn't block him from a completely. I think I took his comment out or whatever because I was a moderator. And I was pissed that he was there, and I was pissed that my so-called friend was being, buddy with him. And then I was up on this guy's live, and he comes up on the live, and I'm just like, and so then I leave, and it's just like, and then he'll be like, "Oh, Red's going to bed," and I was just like, "Shut up!" I'm gonna say his name. Shut up, George. Shut up, George. I left because you are welcoming the asshole up here. Excuse my language. But yeah, it was just like that. And it was just like, I'm like, I finally just had, I had to just extricate myself from the whole community, mostly, and now it's like there were a couple people left that I was still friends with, and they came over. They're not blocked. They didn't say anything ugly about me. One of them said something ugly about Nancy Pelosi, and then I'm I still consider myself friends with Roy and Becky, but like a lot of the bullies still hang out over there. So it's just like not cool for me to go over there. I don't, and the bullies like minions. And so it's like, and when I went to courtside, the one time I finally went to courtside was in 2023, and it ended up all the people that bullied me, except for the bully's ex is not in van life. She has a travel channel. So she wasn't there, but the guy I've been crushing on, and the other guy, and then the big van lifer that I used to moderate for her channel that unmoderated me, and also another pretty, growing channel, handicapped van lifers that unmoderated me. All these people over there, and they were so close. They were like a stone's throw away. I didn't know they were going to be that close. Thankfully, the meetups were not at exactly the same time. It's like I got there, and then Carol had her short meetup and her birthday because she had turned 70 on Christmas. So she was celebrating her birthday again. And it was just like the weekend maybe. And I don't know, but they had just started their meetup. And so then when Lindy and Carol left courtside, I'm like, I'm going to go back because I don't want to run into any of these guys. I don't want to be ugly, but I'm a dangerous, like this is what he said on his second video. I'm so dangerous. Like I might freaking hurt you, jerk, if I run into you in the little town of Quartzside. So I just better leave. So I left. And I that's really why too I have no interest in going to, I didn't. And plus a lot, I'm sorry. It's not my tribe. It's not my tribe. That's not my tribe. That's not my tribe. I'm thinking I'm gonna find my tribe. I have good friends at Coda. I feel like that's more like my tribe because the people at my Presbyterian church were not cool when they found out they're not cool with me not cool. It's not cool to not believe in hell. I think it's pretty dang cool to not believe in hell, actually. I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty loving and awesome that there's not a place where God sends you when you to punish you for all eternity when you don't believe in him. And it was pretty awesome revelation to find out that the first Christians didn't even believe that. And it kind of made a lot of things make sense. So a lot of scriptures that I've been studying for years and was like, how does that actually work? I don't get that. Do you have to pray the prayer? Or do you have to enter by the narrow gate? Do you have to say the prayer, or do you have to be baptized, or do you have to endure till the end? He who endures till the end will be saved. Just make sure you cross all those dot all those I's and cross all those T's so you don't get sent to the eternal flames. And if you don't believe in hell, that obviously means you're going there, right? And so, like, I thought I had a good friend at the Presbyterian church, but when I started talking about that, she turned on me and said, "You are treading on very dangerous ground." And I'm like, I felt like saying, I said this whole speech in my head, not to her, but maybe she's listening. Judy. I can tell that your background is like, I think her father or grandfather was a Pentecostal preacher, because, dear, you're in a Presbyterian church, okay? Study your doctrine, dear. In the Presbyterian church, in the Baptist church, cannot lose your salvation, okay? So I'm good. Even I found out my pastor at the Presbyterian church was the one that got my pastor at the sanctuary kicked out of the denomination. And he didn't say he wasn't Christian. He did not say he wasn't Christian. I had a Christian leave my channel because I'm a false believer, because I don't believe in hell. And I'm just like, bye. Just like the MAGA people, bye. Who's probably a MAGA person too. Anyways, so yeah, he saw that live. He loved that live where Red was drunk on the Van Life channel. Sorry guys, can't get me drunk anymore. I don't drink. Dang. Too much of a lightweight. So yeah. So I wanted to say to Judy, I'm like, you're a Presbyterian now. I don't lose my salvation just because I don't believe the same as you. Just because I don't believe in hell doesn't mean I lost my salvation. Okay? You're in the wrong church if you believe that. Go back to your holy rollers who those are the ones that are so in the Trump cult. They're in a cult already. The guy in the book, The Cult of Trump, talks about it. It's a certain denomination of Pentecostals that believe that Donald Trump is the chosen one to lead the country into godliness. These people are very gullible. Yeah, it seems like it would be better to get in touch with the ones you know well and meet up instead of going to bigger gatherings. Yeah, and I really loved Carol's meetup. It was smaller, and they didn't have training. Yeah, I heard about. Oh, this is how Linda got in trouble. This is how Linda got in trouble with all of them all, because she was at the one in 2022. Linda. She went in my stead, actually. Linda, my ex mega friend, who says, I'm gonna be punished. I'm gonna be punished. Well, now everything's cool, right? Why didn't you tell me? Oh, you'll be fine and you won't be attacked. It's just, if my president wins, you won't. Why can't you be nice and say, Red, if my president wins, then you won't be attacked by immigrants. But no, she got all in a huff because she was so afraid of Kamala. You're going to be attacked by immigrants, and that's going to be your karma. But so Linda went, and speaking of Linda and George, she reported on all the drunkenness and almost falling in the fire and all this. She reported on that, and she got in trouble. So we used to have a common enemy, but also she was with the exes, the bullies. Yeah, now I call him the ex-bully because he got his ex to take down. Yeah, I kind of called him. That's what he did last Thanksgiving. It was a Thanksgiving miracle. Prayer works, y'all. And the bully got his ex to take down her video, which was up to like 500 views. Yeah, lead us into poverty and chaos. Yeah, more like it. Thank you so much for being here, Glenn. There's 2 people watching. I don't know who else is here, but hello. I said earlier, I get most of the watches afterwards on the replays, because like my one live is like up to, let me see. My one, I think it was a dinner live too. Let me see. 39, 38, 51 last Mondays. 93, Friday night dinner with Red, we are not going back. That has 93 views. And so let me show you my most popular live. The one with the interview with Carol is my second most popular live, but my most popular live is me. And some of these people I'm not friends with anymore because they turned on me, honestly. And I just really had to leave the whole group and just start afresh. Oh, yesterday I went to Don Lemon's little live and he thought it was Friday. We're like, it's Thursday. Red's most viewed. Let's see. Is it I before E except after C? Oh, my I didn't even go. Popular. How about that? There we go. There it is. Yeah. So, I didn't even get my food yet, you guys. I'm not that hungry. I had a sandwich. So I had bread already earlier. I'm going to get my food. I forgot about my food. I'm not that hungry. I got a tea, but I am going to get my food. Come over here. Do you want to see the snow, Glenn? I'll show you guys the snow again. It's so pretty. See, it feels like Christmas. Can you see? It's coming down still. It's so much snow, especially for this early. It's a nice fall snow. I don't even know how many we got. But that's why, like, there was nobody I went to book club and there was nobody at book club. Plate. I have shrimp and asparagus. See that? Thought about grilling again like I did yesterday in the snow. But then you have to skewer the shrimp, so I didn't do it. There we go. Didn't make salad today. Yeah, I don't like to drive in it, and so yeah, I missed going to Coda. So I tried to go to. I drove in the snow because the church I started to go to now is not the one in the city. It's close by. I will still go even if it's like this on Sunday. But I went to last night to try to go to the book club because I found out they're reading a book I have, and I'm just like, okay, I got to start reading it. It's Atlas of the Heart by Brene Brown. It's a good book. I think I'm going to finish it and then give it to my daughter when I go there for Christmas. But I went there and there was nobody there. So I was like, But Sunday is poetry day, so I sent 2 poems to the office, and I'm going to say my storm poem, probably my elephant poem. And the girl at the office was so excited. She was so nice. And I'm just like, I think so. I think I might find my tribe at my new church. The sanctuary is nice. It's okay, but it's far away. And I haven't really, I haven't really connected. And I feel like I got the sense because of something I said, because I was so excited about Kamala, that there's Mega there. And I'm just like, that's not my tribe. I'm sorry. It's not my tribe, And I need to quit acting like that's my tribe when it's not my tribe. There's plenty of liberal friends I can have, it's just like, it's not me. And when I date too, I'm not going to date a conservative. I'm not. Maybe an independent, but I'm not. I'm definitely not going to date a Trump supporter. I could not. I'm just like, nah, we don't have anything in common. Like, I'm done. I'm done with y'all. And like, quit coming over here and talking to me like you won. Like, go, do your MAGA thing and, go and have a party and be happy. I'm going to be over here staying informed, being ready to be the resistance, I'm going to be here working and, and watching, and I think you're going to be sadly disappointed. But that's what I think. So, but like, I don't know why they're coming over here now and wanted to argue with me and call Harris, Marxist. I'm like, she lost. Like, what, what is your problem? Like, go away, leave me alone. They just like to argue. That's what I feel like. They just like to argue. Let me thank God for this food. Dear Lord, thank you for this food, and thank you for my YouTube followers, and I pray you bless them. Please bless my children, my grandchildren. Thank you for them. Thank you for my channel. I pray that you would guide me about what to say on it, and maybe I'll be monetized by Christmas, Lord. And I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. So we'll see. I love shrimp. It's good no matter how you cook it. I like it on the grill, though. I cooked it in butter. So my friend that from high school that just came, wasn't debating with me at all, just came to my page to gloat. I just decided to just quietly block her. She had this. She put this on her, and she didn't have, anything. She didn't have the hat. She has a gold hat. And like all the liberals, yeah. Does that look like me? Do I look like that? And I'm just like, golly, and she came over to my page to go because it was like election day. How are you feeling? And she goes to that one that was before, the result. She's like, I feel happy. I was like, bye, Jenny. It was fun skipping school with you in 9th grade. See you later. See you later, alligator. No skin off my back. I haven't really talked in 40 years. Yeah. Gosh, that kind of blows my mind. My high school, my class graduated in 84. Crazy woman pose. They were crying, liberals crying. And they're all overweight with blue hair. I can't say anything about overweight. I'm overweight. Just a little. But the other ones coming to my channel are like just annoying. Are you gonna try and make a snowman? I love that song. Do you wanna make a snowman? I don't think I've made one since I've been here. I think I have a video of that. Cali girl makes a snowman. Because when I went, I had never dealt with snow like this before. But I was based in St. Louis, but it didn't snow that bad. And I left on September. No, I left on November. It didn't even snow at all. I left in my RV. I bought my RV. So I left Georgia in 2020. the first day of fall, September 22nd. And then October 13th, I bought my RV. November, I sold my car. We voted in October. And then I remember Gladys and I went to Branson, Missouri. So yeah, I registered my vehicle. I got my driver's license. I registered to vote. We voted early in October 2020. And so I left at Thanksgiving time to come here to Denver. And then, I went to California. I've told this story on here many times. I went to California, and it was December when I got to California. And it was very cold in Flagstaff when I went to see my niece in December, but there was no snow. But it was snowing as I left Flagstaff, but I was going to LA. So I got to LA, and LA was all shut down. And then my sister-in-law was very ill in the final stages of breast cancer. She was still fighting it though, because I took her for a couple of chemos, but she was so thin. And I didn't know until after I got there that she had went in the hospital right after Thanksgiving. And then she went in the hospital twice when I was there. And so the last time she went in the hospital was the beginning of January. And then she came home on hospice. And then she passed on January 9th, a couple of days after January 6th insurrection. And I had to look at all my brother's MAGA stuff flashing up on his computer. I didn't even ask him, but he could have just taken it down as a courtesy to me, but he didn't. And we didn't talk about it. We didn't argue about it. But I went back to St. Louis, and this was when there was a blizzard, so much snow. And I think that's when I made the snowman. Let me see if I can find it. I'll drop it in the thing. But I made a snowman, and I used I looked up, I had to Google it. I didn't know how to make a snowman. You know how they roll the ball? Do you know how to make a snowman, Glenn? You know how they roll the ball on TV? You see them roll the ball. I don't know how to do that. I saw a thing on YouTube or something. I think it was YouTube. How to make it with those boxes. So it wasn't a round snowman. Those boxes, those containers for recyclable containers. So I made a kind of boxy snowman. So, but I haven't made a snowman since I came here I think I tried to make one when I was here in my RV because there was a little bit of snow. Just for me, I felt like there was a little bit of snow at Thanksgiving. Let me see if I can find it. Huh. Do you want to make a snowman? Only one of my videos came up. Let me share this one. This one's from last year, I think. Snow or ice or slush. Let me see. I can. I had a bunch of oh, my one I just posted came up. No, I guess I don't. I think I have a picture of it on my Instagram. Oh, my snow from March snow. Okay. Let me eat my asparagus. Hi, Judy. Hi. How are you? Thank you for being here. Where's my playlist? Oh, my pen is running out. No. We were just talking about snowman. Yeah, how are you feeling, Judy? I'm not happy, but I'm hanging in there. Yeah, exactly. So these channels that I just started watching. Oh yeah, I am a SoCal girl. Where are you again? I think you've told me before, but I don't remember. I was in Sunland, so I was in the valley. I put on, I think I put on Facebook that Burbank, we're right by Burbank. At least your Trumpster boss is in a happy mood. Okay. Yeah, I hear like Orange County, and maybe that's why my brother was going to be a sheriff in Orange County, but then he's LAPD. Um, oh, okay, Eagle Rock. I don't know what I'm familiar with that. My sister-in-law, who I was just talking about, who was closer to than my brother, she was from Pasadena. Yeah. And so my brother hated Florida. So after he finished college, because he went to FAU too, the Fighting Owls in Florida, um, he went back to Los Angeles because he was so angry. He's been angry like his whole life, and now he's LAPD and can't get out of California. And his son is LAPD, and he's like so proud of him. But he hates California because it's too liberal and too expensive and blah 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 blah. He hates it, and he's stuck there. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like a cruel karma for it. But I mean, well, he's happy now. Trump won. So yay, yay for totalitarian. So yay for fascism. No, I'm being sarcastic. Yay for felons. You agree with the too expensive? Yeah, yeah. So I didn't end up. I ended up leaving my brother's for a month, and then when I came back, and there was a blizzard when I went to St. Louis, and I babysat my friend's dog and house sat for like a month. And she arranged it to do more work trips and trips and stuff so I could just get away from my brothers, because I was just like kind of torn. I was like, his wife has passed away, and his candidate lost, or at least I never did ask him. We just didn't talk about it. I talked about it some with my nephew. My nephew was a brat about it. Mostly ex. Yay for felons. Yeah, but did you ever think there would be one in the White House? I told you about my friend. Her name was Susan. Also, my name is not Susan, but my name is Susan. I'm just kidding. I watched a thing about, by the way, Whitney Houston last night. It was interesting and sad. I already knew the story mostly, but I had a friend across the street, Susan, who was she probably was gonna. This was 2016 when I was in my house in Georgia. Just moved out of my house. That was a year I didn't vote. But you guys, I give myself a pass. I rarely do that. I don't give myself a pass. I'm trying to learn to give myself a pass, because I don't give myself a pass on anything. I'm very much hard on myself, like my dad was and like my ex was. And I need to stop doing that. I need to give myself a pass. But I didn't vote at all, because that was when Trump running against Hillary, and I was brainwashed into, the Democrats are evil and they're for abortion. I can't vote for her, and I didn't like Bill, and that was the whole thing. That was who won when my dad pulled the Bush bumper sticker off my van. You went out of your way to cancel your boss's vote. Good for you. But 2016 is when I did vote. No, I voted this time. I voted the first time for a Democrat in 2020 when I voted for Biden. And I got Gladys to vote. She was 36 years old and she had never voted. And I got her to vote for Biden. So I was proud of myself. And then I got that Madam VP t-shirt and hardly ever wore it. I think I've worn it more in the past couple of weeks than I wore it in the last 4 years. But I, of course, didn't wear it at my brother's. I have asparagus and shrimp. And it's very good. And I'm making lasagna for my extra son on Sunday. My brother Paul, when he passed away, he was in prison. So I know felons too. I'm not. I just never thought there would be one in the White House. Never thought. You're going to see your son too. Where's your son? My sons are in Georgia and in Oregon. My son in Oregon is going to meet me in Philly for Christmas again. So I'm excited about that. And he came to visit Denver a few weeks ago. So I saw him then. Well, I was kind of glad he spent more time with me because he missed his plane. I think his friend overslept. They were probably partying, and his flight was probably too early in the morning. I don't know, but he missed his flight, so he came and spent the night on my sofa again. Yeah, he spent a week or so on my sofa when he moved out of his condominium and went to Oregon. So, but yeah, we met in Philly last Christmas and it was fun. And so we're going to meet in Philly again. I had this tea and it's okay, but I had it in my fridge for a while and I'm like, oh, I might as well drink that. Oh, but you know what I want? I want some eggnog. I got eggnog. I'm gonna heat it up. It's so yummy. I love eggnog. I got this. So a couple of weeks ago when I went to the store, I saw this. Oh gosh, it was that what do you call it? Vegetarian. It was some sort of vegetarian eggnog. I just threw it away. It was so disgusting. It was so gross. So I saw some real eggnog, so I got some. So had Jasper here. Pray for her. And Glenn and Judy. I was just talking about my friend from they're so upset, threatening me. It's like the MAGAs threatening me about voting for Harris. You're going to be attacked by immigrants. Your kids are going to be sent home in body bags, and then Judy, who I told her I was questioning the doctrine of hell, said, you are treading on very dangerous ground. It's like, I'm done with the fear mongering. I'm so sick of it. So there was a channel. I'm not gonna say the name of it, but too fear mongering for me. I'm just like I don't agree with this fear mongering, and they were not really saying what side they were on, and I feel like because of the fear mongering, you sound like you're on their side, and I don't know. I don't really know what side you're on, but anyways, I'm out. Bye. So I'm like, I'm so tired of the fear mongering. I am sick of it. Why would anybody even come up with what? That you go to hell for not believing in hell? They're obsessed with retribution, kind of like the Orange Man. I'm going to turn 9 rifles on Liz Cheney. I mean, like, it just blows my mind that they voted this guy. And I'm like, I don't think people are watching or listening to what he's saying. Oh, the fake eggnog. I didn't know which thing you were talking about. Someone even come up with that. They don't want eggs? I don't know. I guess. I have friends on both sides too. I have ones that aren't mean in that. Like, I don't like lately, I'm like, and I have to be careful because, I'm focusing on these mean and nasty ones that say those things to me that are so ugly, but they're not all like that. And I really do think those ones that were, and that now that I think back on it too, from what I know, I don't really know enough of the guy in Florida, Frank, but I really think I do know enough of my ex-friend. I really think they both have narcissistic traits, but I'm not saying all MAGA are narcissists. They're definitely not, because I have nice friends that have not said anything to me, not argued with me at all. And, I love Roy and Becky. I still love Roy and Becky. We're still friends. It's just like they just have those people that hang out at their channel, and I don't jive with them. And they were really with the bully, so it's kind of annoying. I have panic-stricken liberals and hopeful conservatives. I just say wait and see. Yeah, we will see. I'm not optimistic. I really think they're going to have Vance in there because Trump is like his mental decline, and he's so unhealthy. He's overweight. He doesn't eat right. How much exercise is golf? That's not enough exercise. And one of the things why I didn't like him before is just his cockiness. I could tell he was a narcissist. I was just learning about narcissists at that time, though. But one of the things I hated about him is like him attacking what Miss Universe for putting on weight, and now look at him. I really think they're going to end up with Vance as the president, but I don't know. I kind of hope he will. How can I hope that? No, I don't know. But see, the video I did when I did the video about the salad, and I was thinking about it, and I was just like, they're not listening to him. They're not really realizing like who he is and what he could do. And I feel like they're going to need to learn. They might need to learn a lesson. And then if the things, and so since I believe everything in the Bible differently, and I was listening today to the New Evangelicals, I really like them. And April Ajoy said that she doesn't believe in the end times the way, and I never it is so hard to understand. And everybody, even it's like the thing with hell and soul sleep and, sprinkling babies or dunking people or, all that things. And can you lose your salvation? Can you not? All the Christians believe different things. And it's the same with the end times. But so what I keep saying, and since I started saying it, I've had more and more Christians who know the Bible confirming it. They're like, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Because it says in the Bible that the Antichrist will deceive even the elect. And they will have a strong delusion. Oh, sound familiar? I think it does. Trump says he's deporting 20 million. Like, where are these people? Like, I've heard that economists said that that's going to damage the economy because these are the people that are picking our produce. You know, where are all these immigrants? I mean, do you really believe there's that many? I mean, how are they going to even do that? Yeah, the construction and the farm work, and yeah, exactly. So I have a theory that he could pass away and Vance will become, but I mean, in a way, I want them to wake up, you know? I mean, but I don't want bad things to happen either. So it's hard. It's really a tough. He's not going to deport 20 million people. Yeah, I don't see how he could. You know, I don't see how he could. Yeah, and I've heard differing things on that. I'm like, is there a wall? Or I've been there. I've watched. So the thing that Roy watches all the time is Peter Santinella. I've watched that, and I've been down. I was thinking about it too, and I was like, when did I go? I went to Mexico in 2017, and then again in 2018. Yeah, uh-huh, for a missions trip. Are tunneled underneath. There's catacombs. Um, and like as I've shared before, is my green card guy. This is how much that helped. My green card guy was a Muslim, and he was under the Muslim ban, but he got his visa before the Muslim ban, so he still got to come over here and then swindle me into trying to. He was. I'm sorry, it wasn't real. He was so sweet and so nice until I found him out, and then he sort of like turned on a dime. But yeah, he was under the Muslim ban because he was from Syria. And oh goodness, he was telling me about how they interrogated him and how long he was detained and all of this when he came into the country. And that's why, like, when I started to put two and two, I'm just like, this guy is too good to be true, you know? He's a doctor. He's tall, dark, and handsome. He's taking me to eat. We're watching movies together. He he's just too nice. He would act all fatherly. When I told him about me donating blood plasma, he like researched it and he was like, "Oh, I think it is safe." And I was just like, where did this guy come? I said it to him once. Where did you come from? I knew where he came from. He told me he lived in Saudi Arabia, but he was from Syria. And he's like, my mother's womb. He was unbelievable. But he was trying to get a green card because he was under the Muslim ban, and his visa, which he got before, was expiring in June of 2019. So he was trying to get me to marry him. And the thing he didn't know when he arrived there was I wasn't divorced yet. And he told me when he left, and then he was going to come back. And it's funny. I remember the day. It was like October 4th. And you know where I was? You guys, this was my bestest Lyft ride. I got a Lyft ride to the Children's Hospital in Atlanta, like a $94 Lyft ride. But all these kids in the back of my a mom with 3 kids, and she had like I think 2 of her kids were special needs. And so the Medicaid was paying for the ride, so she got a Lyft ride to the hospital. And I went and had lunch with my son because my younger son then lived in Atlanta, and he was working for an insurance company. And and then afterwards I went to the Jimmy Carter Library. I had never been there. And I was like sort of easing my way out of being a Republican. And I lived in Georgia all this time, and I'm like, I've never been to the Jimmy Carter Library. This was 2018. That was 2018. So I met him I was doing Airbnb because I couldn't find a regular job. I was doing Airbnb in my home, and I was driving for Uber and Lyft. And I would drive Mohammed to the hospital every day too. And he would pay me for that too. And such a nice man. Oh, and I couldn't make my I signed up for another, I didn't end up going. I signed up for another cruise, but I didn't end up going on it. I ended up selling it to somebody else, but I couldn't make one of my cruise payments, and he paid it. I mean, he was just like two. I'm like, this is weird that a man I just met who's 25 years younger than me is being this nice to me. Something's up with this. And I really think my ex might have found him online because he had a Facebook. And and he found me and researched me because I was all over, I had my blog, I had my Facebook, I had, the Airbnb, and he researched me. So yeah, he was he was going to be a doctor. I don't think he was a newbie con man. And another thing that was a big clue, right? Okay, so he's about to leave, and he was such a gentleman. Nothing was going on, right? But he was. I felt like after the fact, I was like, that was him closing the deal. So one night, I think maybe I would make him dinner. Once I kept trying to serve him pork. Duh. Duh. I didn't eat pork. I think I had served him dinner. I don't remember if I served him dinner or not. But he's on the phone talking in Arabic for like 2 to 3 hours. I was just like, and it was like the night before it was all so bizarre. If you want to read it, it's on my blog. I'll put the link for you. It's called Look What You Made Me Do. I don't have part 2 up there anymore though. So don't try to go to that link. Well, you can try to go to that link, but that part's not up there. So I'll go to my blog. But anyways, he was under Trump's ban, but he was still here. That's how effective that ban was. And I don't know what happened. He got my blog. When I blogged about him, that was like all I could do. That was like all I could do. And he got mad. If I had a clue of whether or not I was right, I found out I was right, because when I posted that, he called me And I had been trying to get him to call me because he lied. I feel like he lied. And he said he went back. He said he went back, and this was September 1st. He went back all the way back to Saudi Arabia when he got detained and all that because they're under the travel ban. But, you know, he had a visa, but he still got detained and questioned and all of that. And he told me about it. And he said he went back. But he would not call me because you know how the thing comes up on the phone about where their call is coming from. And but by that time he had said when he contacted me on Facebook in October when I was coming back from that ride to Atlanta to the Children's Hospital on that Lyft ride, and I went to the Jimmy Carter Museum, Jimmy Carter Library. It was really cool. He contacted me when I was at the Jimmy Carter Library. I'm coming back. And see, he had said all this stuff, you know, little stuff to like bait me, you know. And but I believe he was talking to that friend for so long to just like figure out like what to do to, you know, really hook me. And what he did is he got me to sleep with him, you know, and that was like the second man I slept with, you know. Okay. All right. Thanks for popping in, Judy. So yeah, so it was just all, and it's like later, it was like November when I started putting all the pieces together. And I considered marrying him. I really did. Because I fell for him. And yeah, so he contacted me when I was at the Jimmy Carter Library, said I'm coming back. And, you know, it was October 4th. And one of the things he had said is, oh, I want to marry my wife on her birthday. So then I only have to get her one gift. How spectacular is that a thing to say? But he knew when my birthday was, October 13th. And one of the things was my testing thing was that my birthday came up, you know, after he left, and then my birthday came up, and I'm like, well, you know, is he really serious about me or what? You know, is he gonna? And he didn't send me anything. So that was the thing. That was one of the, not the first, but one of the red flags. I was like, like if he was really that serious about me, he would, you know. And I'm like, I the whole time I was not sure. I was like, yeah, I think he wants. And my other guests that I was talking, I'm like a blabbermouth. Like you can tell, like when I'm on here, I'm a blabbermouth. I'm an overshare. That's a codependency thing too, honestly. And I think I saw a video. I haven't watched it yet. I saw a video by Dr. Ramani on it. I just saw a recent video she did on it about oversharing. So I'm an oversharer. So I'm blabbing to all my Airbnb guests. And some of them are saying like, yeah, you think he might want a green card. And I'm like, I don't know, you know. And then one of the things he said was, so we wanted to marry his wife on her birthday. And my birthday's in October. And so then he says, I'm coming back. And I wasn't divorced when he left. I wasn't divorced until 2 weeks after he left, right around my younger son's birthday on the 14th of September is when I was finally divorced in 2018. At least your con man was real. Yeah, a lot of online ones are, catfish. And I had a man try to do that. You know, I had so many fakes. That's the thing that annoys me about doing online dating. But I should be an old hat at this. And so my new friend from Coda, she kind of inspires me too because she's a writer and she really disciplines herself about it and has writing time, between like I think like 9 to 5 or whatever. Um, and she got on online dating and interviewed like 94 people, but then she found her husband, who is he's not a liberal though. I would have that as a criteria. You can't be. She said she didn't think he was going to vote for Trump, though. But I wonder, she said she thought he probably was going to vote for Kamala. I didn't ask her, though. Especially since Trump won. I don't even want to ask her. But she really loves him. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I got to do, like, she could help me now if I do go on online dating, what to say. She's a therapist, what to say in the interview and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm considering it again. But is that what you mean? Somewhere you can. Is that what you mean? Though sometimes they're online and they're fake people. Yeah, I came across that some guy who's supposed to be really rich too, and he was from a foreign country, and he was emailing me, and it was just, I knew pretty quick, and I started playing along with him a little bit. And this is funny too, because I started talking, and he said he was Catholic, and I was like, "Are you sure it's okay that you're Catholic and I'm Protestant?" And he's like, "Oh, no, it's okay," because he was like, he didn't know. He obviously didn't know. I don't even know if it was a he. It was just a fake person, and they had a fake Facebook profile too. So, and it's supposedly had some sob story too, like his wife died and blah blah blah. But he was one of those ones. But I met him on the Zeus, on the dating app. So we're emailing back and forth, and he told me this sob story about his wife dying and blah blah blah. And he's in, I don't know, oil, but something like, supposedly he has a lot of money, but it's like so hard for him to find somebody, this rich guy, He just needs to go to one of Donald Trump's parties with Epstein. What the heck? But it's so hard for millionaires to get. It's so hard for rich men to find women. You can't just grab them by the. There we go. But anyways, so this guy was emailing me, and I knew pretty soon, and I was just sort of kind of going along with it. And I'm like, are you sure it's okay, that you're Catholic and I'm Protestant? Because, there was that whole Reformation thing, like, no, it doesn't. And so then I got him with this. I was like, oh, what's your favorite Bible verse? This is how they got Trump too. Oh, that's too personal. I can't share that. No, y'all. He doesn't know any Bible verses. He also sees no need to ask God for forgiveness because guess what? He's not a Christian. Duh. So anyways, so this guy, I'm like, what's your favorite Bible verse? Psalm 23. And what's yours? You know what I told him? It's in Revelation 21. I think it's Revelation 21, verse 4. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. All liars shall have their place in the lake of fire. That's what it says. He's like, oh, yeah, that's a good Bible verse. I finally just like, bye, dude. I also let on a little bit, just to waste their time, some. That's what I feel like some megas are doing, on my channel. I'm like, you're just here to waste my time. Like, go away. go away. You won. Go have your little fascist party, okay? And leave me alone. So just to waste this fake Tyler Perry, he emailed me because I commented on Tyler Perry's Instagram. And so he said, like, it was Tyler Perry, and you know, how are you? And you know, I'm just like, oh, I'm fine. How are you? Blah blah blah. Just going back and forth. I'm like, I know it's not Tyler Perry. Oh, what's your Skype? You know, and I was like, no, I don't have. I finally said, you know, if you were really Tyler Perry, I'd give you my Skype, or I'd make a new Skype account. I don't think I have one anymore, but I know you're fake, so bye. I was just like, I'm done. But yeah. So, but thank you for being here, Judy. I don't know if you're still here, but thank you. But yeah, I wrote a poem. I have poems in red about Muhammad too. Let me see if I can open my document. I'm having to go through things on my computer. My computer's full, and I need to take my computer in and get these. It's not easy for me to write, and I'm not a good typer anyways, but because a lot of my keyboards are my O, my I, my H, my keys are broken. So I need to get it fixed. So there's things I need to do on my with my computer. Trying to open up my my red poems. Let's see if I can find it. I see it. Open, says me. Open. Maybe it's open already. Is it opened? No, it's not. Computer problems. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it's opening. There we go. Let me read you Call Me Red. This is the title poem. Started out, I'm drowning in a sea of empathy. It's killing me. This is the poem, Call Me Red. We're always in it. I see it. I face it. I put it on. Scarlet or vermilion or bluish red crimson. Old ladies with hats are winsome. Valentine's Christmas cars. Leaves of fall. Team colors. It symbolizes blood and courage. Come now, let us reason together, says the Lord. Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they are red like crimson, they shall be as wool. Esau was red, and so was his stew. God didn't choose him, but he chose you. The sea was red, the Israelites went through. I said I didn't love you, but I lied. I thought you knew. I couldn't have put up with all that crap we went through without his love, which ran red. Your cold-hearted rejection cut like a knife. My blood ran red. So I wanted to hurt you too. Why don't we remember the good times? You always focus on the bad. Never speak life to me. So sad. Left me starving for attention and affection. Does anyone think I'm good or fair? I won't live in regret. We were all meant to be. 5 beautiful children, don't you see? The thought of losing you could leave me so brutally blue. But no, just as Taylor said, loving you was riotously red. Some of these ones I really need to remember. I don't think I've ever read this one on here. I don't know. I wrote this poem on Cynical Sunday. Frozen. The movie Frozen had come out right before I separated from my husband. Let it go, let it go. No more crying, no more buying. I never stopped buying. I spoiled my children. It's bad. No more lying, I'm done trying. All of me is frozen, forgotten on a shelf. I will no longer let them in. I won't be mad, I won't be sad. If you can't beat them, join them. I've exhausted myself trying to tear down their walls. Now I will build my own. It will be higher, stronger, and better than theirs, with a teeny door to let love through, because he's the only one that's true. Perhaps one day a human being will love me too. Yeah, kind of cynical one there. I'd like to see, I don't know what is going on. Whoa. That is weird. You guys, what is going on? Did you see the thing? Do you see that? Do you guys see that? I don't know what the heck is going on, you guys. I think my computer's freaking out. I guess I better pray and let you guys go. I don't know. I think my computer's too full and it's freaking out. Oh my goodness, it's like flickering. I'd like to get my keyboard fixed though. Can I get my keyboard fixed, do you think, Glenn? You see some flashes. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on. Like, it's like a video is like, now it's going down here and now it's going up there. Oh my gosh, it's wild. That is wild. Wild. I'm going to pray. Dear Lord, thank you for these YouTube friends and followers. I pray that you bless Glenn and his friends and family and be with him. And thank you for him. Please be with Jasper. Thank you for her. Bless her. That is wild. I've never seen this happen before. And please be with Judy and give her a safe trip and bless her. I have a keyboard. I should see if I can plug it in. I have my son's computer. Well, I have his monitor, and I think I have his key. I think I might have an extra mouse. I should go look and see. It's in my garage from when he moved. He left it here. But this is bizarre. My video's going by like this up here. I've never had this happen before. It's very, very bizarre. Something weird is happening. Dear Lord, I pray that I don't lose any information on my computer. Please guide me about this situation. I'm going to see if I close the thing because it happened when I opened that. So let me see. Ha! That did it. Okay. Yeah, because I got an extra hard drive to put other stuff because everything from my old dinosaur of a computer wouldn't fit on this laptop. Then I got an extra hard drive thing, and then that got damaged. So the stuff on that I can't even get to anymore. Yeah. Well, it just stopped. The flashing and stuff stopped because I closed my I have all these windows open too. That was probably just too much. I had my Read Poems document opened. And see, the only reason I didn't lose my Read Poems is because I emailed it to myself to have it on this computer. But so my computer is getting too full, and I'm having to, they said my email is going to stop, and I have too many photos on here now, and I just have to delete stuff that I don't need on my computer. But I was praying for y'all, and I'm going to keep praying. I'm going to pray for my children. Dear Lord, thank you for my children. I pray you bless them and be with them. Watch over them and protect them. And my grandchildren, and I thank you for them. I thank you that I'm going to get to go to Philly, and Ian's going to get to go to Philly for Christmas. And I pray that that goes well. I pray for this country, Lord. I pray people would wake up to see Trump for who he really is, Lord. I pray that people would wake up, Lord, that people would learn to critically think for themselves and not group think. I pray for Ukraine, Lord, and Israel and Palestine. And I thank you that one day you're going to bring peace on earth, Lord. But until then, please be with us and help us through these difficult times, Lord. Help me to find people in my tribe, people that are like-minded. I thank you for my friends on here. I pray you bless them and be with them. Thank you for all your blessings on me, Lord. Thank you for the money I got from my dad. Thank you for the money I got in my divorce settlement. And Lord, thank you for blessing me. Thank you for my car and my apartment. And thank you for guiding me. I pray these things in Jesus' name. Amen. So yeah, the flashing stopped. That was weird. I'd never seen anything like that. It was like a little video of this video was going across. It was going across, and then it was go across on the bottom. And it go across on the bottom. And I was like, oh my goodness, what is happening? I've gone 2 hours, so it's time for us to go. And I will be back on Monday. Okay, I'm friends with I still don't know if my local candidate won or not. I can't find it anywhere. I couldn't find it on local news or anything. The candidate I met, I don't think I'm in a red county, so I think she lost. But I just sent her a friend request. I was sad for her. She was, she's Japanese, and her descendants came here to Colorado. They were it was like her like grandparents, I think. They were gonna put them into camps. I think they were I'm not sure where they were. I think they were in California. But the governor, whoever was the governor in the 40s of Colorado, said, come to Colorado. You will be safe here, and you don't have to go into a camp. And so that's her story of her family being immigrants and good people. And so she's been, and I just thought that was a cool story. And she was running for state representative. But I don't think she won. But I couldn't find any confirmation of that anywhere. So, anyways, I'm going to let you all go. Thank you so much. Thanks, Glenn. Thanks, Judy. Thanks, Jasper. Thank you, whoever else was here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the replay, everybody that's watching the replay. Appreciate it. And I will see you Monday. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do, and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Love you all. Good night. Thank you, thank you, thank you.